And welcome. This is Strong and Sassy, and of course, we're live on your superstation, Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Animwaa Anim-Addo, and we'll be doing this until 8 p.m. So, for the last 2 months, we've had an incredible time hearing the most heart-wrenching stories, stories of bravery, stories of courage, stories of incredible loss. And I just want to take a minute and say thank you to all the wonderful ladies who've been on our show for the past few weeks, and also to all of you who have reached out to help, to support, to give your advice, your time, your medical expertise. I am so grateful to you, and I pray that God blesses you mightily. Tonight, we have our very last story in this season of My Story. And joining me is Mary Addy. She's the founder of Cultivating Minds Foundation. I'm going to call her Auntie Mary. And she's going to share her story with us tonight. Remember that we're live and interactive on Facebook. I'd love to be able to read your comments and see that you're watching us. You can also send us your WhatsApp messages on 055 997. Once again, you're welcome. This is Strong and Sassy. Auntie Mary, good evening.
Good evening.
It's so good to see you. You're looking so beautiful this evening.
Thank you.
So, I'm just gonna start with how I start with, all of these stories. Tell us a little bit about who you are, and what your life was like growing up, so that we have a bit of a background on who you are.
Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Mary Addy. I'm a village girl.
Okay.
Growing up, not very good story anyway.
Okay.
But let me say this. I grew up as a depressed child.
Okay.
Yes. Because what do you think will happen to a child who can pour a cup of water into a whole tin of Milo, and her dad will not say anything, will not beat her or scold her, and then all of a sudden she finds herself in a hostile place, so different and new to her, cannot find her dad, her mother again, and all she gets now is beating, abuses of word and all that. So my dad and my mom got separated when I was about 4 years, and then I found myself at my dad's auntie's place with her children, and that was all the beginning of my life. So at age 6, I started sleeping on the street. Because everything that goes wrong, it's me. It's on me. Myself and my big brother. But he was living with my dad's cousin, and I was living with the auntie and her kids. So that is how we find ourselves as children. And then I was sleeping on the tree in the cemetery because I find myself safety or at peace there than going home. And whenever my dad is about to come, my dad was living at Akwitia. So whenever he was about to come to Accra, then they will look for me, give me the nice dress, and my dad would not understand why I should say I cannot live with them again. So I love singing this song of, I think, Adofo Mami Sewa Babe Fami Ko Nama Bre Ubinche Nana. I used to sing that in the cemetery.
Wow.
And I wish some of the I think sepulture or whatever you call it can open and I'll enter.
Wow.
And that is how my life was. So one day I ran from home and I was sleeping And the Methodist classroom, then we have watchmen there, call it security today. And they are guarding the place. And I ran into one of the classrooms, sleeping there, and the watchman there defiled me when I was 9 years old. So from there, I ran straight into the sea. I wanted to die. And some fishermen rescued me.
Wow. At 9 years old?
Yes, I remember. Listen, if you are listening to me and you are maltreating a little child because you think or your thought is that he or she cannot remember anything, the person will grow with that you are doing to him or her. So be careful the way you are treating somebody's child. The person must be a child today, but he or she will be growing with that pain you are causing him or her. So I've lived with this till I ran away to my father, my parents. And it wasn't easy even there because my dad would not have me to go to my mother. So sometimes we use our children as bullets to get to the other partner. And by the time you shoot the bullet, you end up destroying the bullet because the bullet will not come back to you whole again. So you destroy your child because you want to hurt the other partner. That was how our lives were, myself and my sibling. But my big brother suffered the most too. So I never found love in anywhere. And I thought growing up and getting into relationship, I'll find love there, but that also eluded me. So I had 2 children. I became a single parent, a single mother. Then my auntie visited. When I was staying with I left my dad's cousin's place to his own sister's place. And the more treatment I got there, I was sick of hay fever. And she took me to a white garment church. And they said that I should confess I'm a witch.
Wow.
And I was battered. They tied me down. They did everything that I should confess. I don't know what I should confess. That same month, when I ran back to my dad and I said, I'm not going anywhere again, I found myself with a guy.
How old were you when you were sent to the camp?
Around 12 years thereabout.
Because of hay fever?
Yeah. So I went to my dad's place and I vowed not to return again. And that was how I remained there and I entered into a relationship. It never worked for me. And I saw myself like something is at play in this because I'm so too careful with the relationship. I'm so afraid. So it didn't work.
How old were you at that time?
Oh, I was about 18 years.
Okay. So between 12 and 18, you were with your dad?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I left Accra to my father's place again when I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It never worked. So my auntie came and visit my dad and realized that my relationship is not working. A whole lot of. So she decided that I should come back to Accra.
Is this the same aunt?
Yeah.
The same
one who took me to the witchcraft church that year. So I came to Accra. By then I've worked so hard. I was selling food. I have money. I've saved about 400,000 then, 1992 thereabout. And I said I'm coming to Accra. I can buy a land and then I'll use the rest for business. And I put my children in school.
At that time you had children?
2 boys.
Okay. What age is it?
3 and 5.
Okay. No, I mean, at what age did you have them?
I had the first one at 21.
Okay.
And the second one at 24.
Okay.
So the room in which I was staying, when my auntie came, she said I should go and stay at my dad's big brother's house. There's a room there. She has spoken to him, so I should go there, and that she's preparing a room at her place for me. So when that room is ready, I should come and stay with her. And that room that I was staying in, there is an inner door. Aside from the one I was using, there is an inner door. So I put all my belongings behind that inner door so that nobody can come through into that door. I took my children to school, and then I went to town to check what kind of business I can do. By the time I came back, all the money was gone.
Wow.
In fact, and that is how my life became from frying pan to fire. All the money I've worked and saved got lost in the room, and I couldn't ask anybody because immediately I said my money is lost. I was told to move out. So I went to my auntie's place and I told her that this is what has happened to me. And she was like, you brought all this money and you didn't tell me you had that money, and the money is low. Anyway, go and pack your things and come. We stay in my room, the same room. Abba. And I brought my children. We were living together. I'm a very hardworking woman. So I struggle for us to eat, to pay fees for my children. And this my auntie would, I don't know whether because of the money that I didn't give her or whatever, she decided to make life a hell for me. Even sometimes she would lock the room and she wouldn't want myself and my children to sleep even in the porch. She would sprinkle water on the ground, so we wouldn't have any place to sleep. The worst time is when it's raining. That was when she would make sure we would sit outside. Somebody tried to help me. She would go and tell the person's relative that I'm this, I'm that, and that they should be careful, and then the person will stop. One day I wake up, I don't know what my children will eat. We went to bed virtually on an empty stomach then. So I wake up, I never knew because the moon was like day has broken already. So I wake up. Just when I was stepping out from our this thing to the corner to the main road, I kicked somebody and I found money in an handkerchief. The Lord provided for me.
Wow.
So I ran to Cantamanto, the train yard, and I bought everything. I decided to trade in on table foodstuffs.
So wait, you were coming out of the room, you kicked something and it was money.
Yes. I was going out to a friend to see whether she can get me about then 5 CDs or 5,000 or so. I've forgotten.
Yeah.
For my kids to go to school that day.
So when you found this money, you didn't ask if the money was for someone?
I knew God has provided for me because I cried. That time, it was about 1 a.m. Whom am I going to ask? My dear?
I understand.
Nobody was going about anywhere.
Anyway.
So I went and bought plantain, contomere, everything that you might need for food. And I came and settled on the tree and in the house. And this woman would not understand the reason why and where I got the money, because at that previous night, she saw us that we didn't eat. Or even if my children have eaten, it is not anything good. So she does not understand how early in the morning that day I'm back from the market with food stuff to sell. My sister, I don't want to cry. The woman made sure that business would collapse. Even sometimes when I packed the things and I was trying to get a place for it, she wouldn't want me to put those things anywhere near the porch, not in the corridor or whatever. Eventually, by the time I wake up, goat has eaten the cassava and the plantain. Oh. Sometimes the fishes are all gone. The business went down. Whenever it's raining, then that day, she is so overjoyed that today somebody will not have a place to sleep. She will not allow me to sleep in the room. She will not allow us in the porch. And she will not allow us anywhere. We'll be hanging around now when the rain, it's finished raining. And first time we'll climb the tree, shake the leaves, and then we'll have a place to sit. And my hand will be covering them like this. Then, I think 1995, thereabout, on December, Christmas, she started that I should pack my things out. And then 25th December, that day drizzled a lot. She packed all my things outside, including my mattress. I didn't pick anything. So I went to my uncle's place where my big brother is. And I told my uncle that my auntie says I should go to my family members. I don't know where they are. So I want them to show me where my relatives are so that I can go to them. And then my uncle said, what are you saying? So he sent my big brother with me to come and ask her the problem. Because they all know I'm a stubborn girl. And I became stubborn because of the way they treated me.
Of course, yeah.
So my big brother came there. Oh! And she pretended she loved that boy too much. So much that, oh, my son, your sister is so stubborn. I don't know. And then she started crying. I don't know what happened. So then she herself started packing the things. Because my big brother has a very good relationship with her. So I quite remember my big brother asking her, even if anything at all, we met at church today. You didn't tell me anything. What happened? That was when she started crying and started packing the things inside. Within 2 weeks, before God and man, somebody may ask, it is possible you are doing something wrong. Today she is dead. If she should be able to tell me one thing I made, one mistake I made, it is possible I will thank the Lord for that. Because I keep asking her, what have I done? She keeps disgracing me all over the place. Wow. One day then, my children have vacated. They have gone to Akwetia to my mother's place. I couldn't find a place to sleep. Mosquitoes. I was sitting under the tree. So in Akan we say, I fell asleep around 5 o'clock. So, and people used to pass our house where we live. It's a road that people use. And my aunt, I was asleep, and my aunt is there. Look at how she has been. She went out to find men. She slept with men for money. And look at how she's tired and she's sleeping. So I was sleeping. A lady called me and said, Sister Ade, so I wake up. And that day I asked her, why? Why do you want me to die? Because I don't know my mistake. I don't know my fault. So when you see my dad, you pretend you love that man. What is going on? What have I done? Why do you hate me so much? You will not allow me sleep in the room. And when I find a peace of mind to sleep under this tree, you are telling people what I have not done. What do you gain from doing this to me, auntie? Then she enters into the room. She never came back again. So, after my brother came and questioned her about her behavior, she said, I've not done anything. And that she doesn't know if it is the Satan or the devil. Oh, okay. So now, because of my brother, we have patched up. We are living again. Then all of a sudden, one day, she called me and said, I should move out. And I said, okay, give me some time. I'll find a place and we'll go. Before I could say Jack, she has moved my things again on the rain.
Wow.
It was drizzling then again. And I was crying. I was so broken into pieces.
Yeah.
And this thought keeps coming. When you end your life, she will be so ashamed of what she's doing to you. Anytime, by the time she comes back from wherever she is going, she will be so ashamed that she led you to die. So kill yourself. The thought keep coming. One day, I will kill myself and this woman will suffer. Hear me. The person who is causing you pain and you want to die for him to be sorry, him or her to be sorry, you are lying. She will never be sorry. She will be happy you are gone. So don't kill yourself. Don't end it. Listen, whenever you are pushed hard or somebody is chasing you, that is when you find you can run more than Usain Bolt. And when somebody wrestles with you, if you have never wrestled with somebody so strong, you don't know you have that strength in you.
Yeah.
So don't end it. I'm telling you, don't kill yourself. They are not worth your death. Please don't do it. I'm telling you. Listen, I am not here to boast of anything I have achieved. But I can boast that I'm beautiful than all her children. I've gone through a lot, but I'm still here. Because the Bible says a living dog is better than a dead lion. Don't end your life. Somebody is blackmailing you, and so you want to die to avoid shame. As soon as you are dead, the shame that you will receive, even heaven will not receive you. Don't kill yourself. It's not worth it. And I keep saying that I will kill myself and this woman will suffer. And I was not going to do it alone. I'll kill all my children. By the time she comes back, we will be dead, so that she will come and pick the corpse, go and bury and be free. So one day I made an attempt. I don't want to mention how I was about to do it because...
You don't want to give anyone an idea.
Yes. And then my first son looked at me. I was crying. I was in pain because I knew what I was about to do. I said, Mommy, if we sleep outside, are we going to die? I said, no. Then he said, don't go into that room again. Let's sleep outside because I will grow soon and I'll build you a house. Then the second one also hugged me and said, I'll also buy you a car. That was when I resigned my decision. I said, let me work hard for these boys because one day I'll have life in them. even if I'm not able to do anything, I'll live and see them grow to achieve what I couldn't achieve.
Yeah.
So I'll live for them. And that was how I decided to live on. It has not been easy. So one day, like Jojo said, we met at TV3. I heard a woman has killed her 5 children and also killed herself. And I was like, I didn't tell anybody how I was about to end the life of these beautiful boys and myself. So let me go out there and talk about this thing. Let me share my story so that somebody will also live on. I went to TV3. Then it was Emma Morrison. They took my story, and that was how I started advocating that life is worth living. And I started it. So I launched the foundation at British Council Hall. And I was doing well. I was doing well. I have a testimony of saving so many people's lives, including the guy, Jari, who was sentenced without trial, and eventually he got a judgment death.
Yeah.
And I was, but after that, I went through another.
We thought that was the end of the difficult times, and
Yes.
you had come out on the other side, and then everything turned upside down again.
Yeah. I won the Airtel Touching Life program.
You did what?
The Airtel Touching Life, then their program. And the patron to my foundation gave me a place, and they have to renovate it. But I never knew there was other side to why they gave me the place. So it didn't go well. But I was still working. Even as I'm speaking, on my sick bed, I still have people that call me and I cancel them. Some I send them some little money that they can have a sense of belonging somewhere. Because as I'm speaking, most of the youth have lost sense of direction.
Yeah.
And some have lost sense of belonging. They don't know where to turn to. And that was how I became suicidal. So I knew what they are going through now. And then I think in 2012 thereabouts, the foundation was launched on 9 September, my birthday, 2011 or so. Yeah, 2012 I was diagnosed with lung cancer.
Wow.
It was a whole lot. But
How did that come about, the whole process of finding out that you had cancer?
I was finding it difficult to breathe. Sometimes it's pain in my, and then after all the tests, they told me I have lung cancer. So I have to, this man, thank you, Jesus. You think I can afford the radiation or whatever can I afford it? It didn't end there. Then breast cancer came in. Am I not looking beautiful?
You are looking very, very beautiful.
Do I look sick?
You don't look sick.
Have faith, okay? If you are going through these kind of challenges, listen, nobody can love you more than you love yourself. So if you are telling me somebody does not love you, so you want to die, God told me, whenever you say you are tired, the angels will bring you home. But if you are living and you believe, you shall not die. It's a scripture. And I held on to it. When I was told, even this one does not bother me like the breast cancer.
So did they happen at the same time?
A year after.
So you had done the radiation, the chemotherapy for the lung cancer?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it?
Yes. I am telling you.
So what happened to it?
I decided to change my diet and see. And the guys, I don't want to advertise for anybody here, so I will not mention anybody's name.
That's fine, okay.
I heard him saying that if you do not do the radiation or the chemo, he can help you. So I decided to go there. And that was how I got alive again.
Wow.
And when the breast cancer came in, look at my chest.
So how did you, so you had changed your lifestyle, you were eating healthy. I'm sure you were feeling hopeful that you are feeling better.
Wow.
Life is, you've conquered this one. So how did you find out about the breast cancer?
I slept just one night. I wake up and I cannot do anything. And it was like it has happened to me more than a year and I didn't take care of myself. No. Overnight. So I was like, by then I've been told I have diabetes. So I thought it is one of the attributes to diabetes. So I just went to the hospital. And immediately I removed my breast. The doctor said, come on, go to the surgeon. I have forgotten to bring you the referral note. Wow. And when I stepped outside, I was so crying and I didn't know what to do because it hurts. When did this happen to me? And then I don't know whether it's an angel or whatever. He said, don't start what you can't finish. So I called a friend and I said, somebody stood in front of me and told me I shouldn't start. And he said, why? And I said, I have been just diagnosed again with breast cancer. I didn't know, or I don't know whether it's the same treatment for breast or it's a different thing altogether. And then he told me as well, it can spread quickly. And you have, if your hormone are distant, it can easily kill you. So you need to. And I said, what is don't start? And they said, if you start the chemo or you went for the mammogram and all that, and you don't have money to continue, it worsens. Possible it is that someone, but you have to do it. And I said, okay, hear me. People say God heals at will. But I said, he heals you when you believe it. You can't have what you don't believe in it. I bet my life on this. And somebody at Masoma told me that her cousin got it. They spent about 100,000. They did all that they were advised to do at the hospital. And yet she died. And I said, you cannot run me down like this.
Yeah.
It is possible you are boasting on your money. But me, I am resting on God for this. Because I don't have 100,000. I don't have money to do those things. My boys have just started working. And all the money they get, I should take it because I don't want to die. Then God, heal me or kill me. This is my options. You will heal me or kill me because I don't have the money. I'm not saying when you have been diagnosed, don't treat it because I treated mine. I'm not saying don't go to the hospital. But I'm saying that have faith in God. That every little thing that we use, God can use it to heal you. So trust in God for your medications. Yes, you can have the money, buy all the medications, do everything, but have faith that it will work. Because if you don't have faith, you can buy everything, but you surely die. So I bet my life on God and not what I am taking in them. And I prayed, I cried, heal me or kill me. And with diet and everything, I am free now. Wow. Then another thing came in again.
Oh.
I showed you over there.
Yes, you showed me the picture.
Overnight, I got some skin disease. I don't know where it was coming from. Very, 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 very threatening, life-threatening one. For 1 year, I would sit in a chair like this, scratching my body with knife, crying at the bathroom. All the tests were done. I had no problem. And yet it will not go.
You were scratching your body with a knife.
Yes. Hear me once again. You might say you don't have anything. That is why you want to die. Some people have money. They have bought a beautiful bed, but their money couldn't buy them sleep. And you had nothing, and yet you can sleep peacefully. Even sitting in a chair, you find yourself dozing off. You own people a lot, and yet you can sleep. I found out that sleeping is worth that we don't quantify. We don't see it as anything that you cannot buy. I tried it and I couldn't buy it. All the medication that would put me to sleep couldn't work.
Wow.
And sometimes I feel like running out as I'm scratching myself, itching like this. I feel like running out of the room. And then something will hold me back. And I knew that was the hand of God. That forces of resistance that He placed around His children. I went through it. And you see, or you know, I found out that God just wants me to know how much pain some people are going through it. I don't see it as, even if it is an enemy trying to take me out, He made me to realize what it means to have a sound sleep. And how ungrateful we are to God for that. And we think having buildings, money and all that is worth. I tell you, some people have money, they cannot sleep. In my line of work, I've counseled people with money. And because it's about suicide, when they are free, they don't want to even acknowledge that you helped them. Policemen, pastors, big time men. So I know what it means to sleep. Today, if I wake up every morning and realize I'm able to, I say, wow, what a gift. So if you don't have money, somebody is mocking you because you have no money, no good dresses and all that. Today, social media has become something. And because of social media, people are committing suicide. Please hear me. If somebody should put your naked pictures or your sex tape there, I heard a girl committed suicide, a promising child for that matter, kill herself because somebody decided to roll out, whatever they call it, their sex videos on social media. So the girl tries to kill. Listen, Jesus Christ was put to shame more than anybody. He was half naked because of you. Standing in, you become famous with that. Me, I'll take it. I'm telling you. I told my big brother that if somebody should say that he has my naked picture and I wanted money, if not, he'll post it. I'll tell you, post it. I'll not give you a farthing. Post it. Because they will discuss it for only 2 days.
Yeah.
And it is gone.
It's gone.
And I'll be free forever. Because as soon as it is with you and I know you have it and you'll be calling me every day, I will not be able to sleep. But as soon as you post it on social media, thank God I'll be free.
The truth will set you free.
That's it.
Yeah.
So don't end your life because somebody is blackmailing you. Somebody wants you to die. Today, those 2 boys, my beautiful sons.
I was going to ask you about them.
Wow. The 2 Cubbies. Today I have 3 because I had another one after some time.
Okay.
And he's with the dad. Charlie, you know I love you guys. We can fight, but they are beautiful. Everything I am today, it is them. They help me with everything I've been through. When I was itching one time, I don't know, but God told my son I've become suicidal because it was so much on me. My first son came into the room and said, Mommy, people look up to you for life. Why are you depressed? Hold yourself together. Put yourself together. This too shall pass. You have gone through a lot. And that was my lifeline. Are you fighting the lions and the bears? You should know that you belong to the throne. God made us out of the dust, and in the dust we have gold, diamond, silver, everything. So you are rich within you.
Yeah.
You have a lot within you. And because gold, you have to struggle to bring it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes the devil tells you there is nothing there. Sometimes, if you ask those who mine the gold, sometimes they hit the rock. Yeah. It is possible the gold is hidden in the rock, so must be able to break that rock.
Break it to release it.
Yes. And so when your life hits the rock and there is no hope anywhere, pray to break that rock, because in the rock you can find oil, you can find diamond, you can find gold, bauxite, manganese. Everything that pertains to our life and our livelihood is from the ground. So you are not just anybody.
Yeah.
This is how I encourage myself. 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. And David encouraged himself in the Lord. When the men he went to war with came back and somebody has invaded the community, captured their wives and children, the men turned around against him. They betrayed him. They wanted to stone him. But the Bible said David did not give up. He encouraged himself in the Lord. May the word of God your life. Encourage yourself. Don't kill yourself. I am telling you. You see, recently I was like, then I was being hated. They called me names. If I had nothing, why do you bother yourself to insult me.
Exactly.
I am useless. I have nothing. And yet, you are always on my case. It means I'm not useless. Oh. There's something about you, me, something good that scares you, that you are so envious about. That is why you are on my case. If not, something useless does not have to warrant your time.
Oh,
You don't want to waste your time on something useless. So I went through hell. And as you look at me now, you see, I show you my hands.
yeah, you did.
I'm still in it. But I found solace that I have a story to share with somebody going through diabetes. One thing we lack is that we don't have a place to go to share our pain. Sometimes there are things we don't want to tell immediate family members because we know how they will react.
Yeah.
So you need a place, go and rest your head. And I'm praying for God that I will build that thing.
Amen.
You need to go to a place you will be encouraged to live on. People will help you to have a sense of belonging. Oh, you hear somebody's story and think, oh, even my own is small, so I must hold on.
Yeah.
But we don't have it. And when you are told you have diabetes and you know diabetes can cut your leg and you don't want your legs to be cut, all you think is that it's better I die now before you reach that time. I am telling you, I was in a ward with a lady. She said she has no child of her own and that she feel like dying. At that moment, I've been jetted with something and I had stroke instantly.
Wow.
Yes. So she stood by me throughout the night praying, and by the day, I don't want to advertise for anybody. I used something and I came back all right. And she was like, Auntie Mary, I want you to be my friend, my mother. I said, okay, when we are all discharged, we go home and then we continue from there. She was discharged on Saturday. I was start on the next Tuesday. I came home, I called her, and she was like, I'll come and visit you on Saturday. I called her on Friday, she didn't pick the call. Saturday, she didn't. Monday, she didn't. And the next time I went to review, I met her sister and she told me she died on Monday. Wow. And I asked her what happened, and she said they didn't know what happened because she ate some food and went to sleep. And the next morning, they found her dead with some fumes. And they are saying that it's the insulin that she took. But then I felt like, since she said she has no child of her own and that she is so afraid of this diabetes, is it possible she killed herself? Well, things are happening. People are killing themselves. People are dying because of the slightest fear that comes in. I was so afraid to have cancer. My thoughts went straight up there. But I don't have to remain there. My time is up.
Yes.
So I just want to tell you, it is not easy. Nobody said it is easy. It is not. But you must fight on. I said earlier on, the day I was pushed, I knew I can run. The day I was wrestled, I knew I have strength. The day I have to jump, I knew I can jump that huge gutter there. So sometimes, and you see, it's only when you crack the nuts you can find the oil. Please, don't kill yourself. I'm beautiful today because I now know that life is good. I don't have to die. I don't have to die because I have beautiful children I want to see them grow up to achieve their goals in life, and they are making it in life. They are making it. Today I can boast of a land that I want to build my foundation on. They are doing well. If I have ended their life, I wouldn't have been here.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. That's an amazing story. We are looking forward to the book. It will be coming out soon,
Yes.
won't it? Yes. This is, if you were not writing a book, then take it as a
I
prophecy.
have done my synopsis.
Oh, okay, very good. So this is your confirmation. We are
Yeah.
waiting for your book. Let me take a few of the messages that have come in before we go. Renee says, Animwaa, what a story. Can't hold back my tears. Nana Kwesi says, touching life tales this month. What strikes me is fellow women who are assumed to be the most compassionate and understand better what another woman goes through is the very being putting another woman through hell. I pray we only come across good persons the rest of our lives, because the world is full of evil human beings. Kobe from Asinfosu says, God heals if you believe and have faith. Very inspirational story. Well, let me say a big thank you to all of you who joined us on Facebook. Thank you for your comments. Thank you. I know that you'll go and watch again later and watch again. And I thank you so much for staying tuned in to us. Auntie Mary, thank you so much
Thank you
for sharing
having
this
me.
incredible story with us.
Thank you for having me. too.
You should go on Facebook so that you can see Auntie Mary, because when you see her, you will not believe that she has gone through the things that she has gone through. So thank you. We're really honored that you took time out to share this story with us. God bless you. I want to say a very big thank you to Adam Knight Tay, to Victor Brache, my producer, to Abeku, to Mirabelle. Thank you guys so much. It's been so incredible telling you these wonderful stories. And next week, we have a grand reunion. We'll be having all the ladies back, and we'll be talking about faith, strength, and resilience. I wish you an amazing evening. My name is Anim-Addo, and I'll be back next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock.